Hello, my name is Tammy Ripley, and today we'll be talking to you about the movie Disney Pixar Toy Story. To infinity and beyond. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. And reach for the sky are a few of the favorite quotes that you will hear from the characters Toy Story. And director John Lancaster got the idea of writing Toy Story from his love of old classic toys. His first original thought was to make a story pair from Tiny, a one-man band, and a wooden ventriloquist who really were desperate and wanted children to play with them, and they were setting out on an adventure where their desires and their hopes hopefully to be found. Um, Later, Lancaster thought the idea was problematic and decided to change things. Um, Tiny's character was changed. Tiny's character theme was changed to a space theme, and his name was changed to Buzz Lightyear. Buzz Lightyear was named after the astronaut Buzz Aldrin, and the wooden ventriloquist was changed to a cowboy and given the name Woody. Andy is the owner of Toy Story begins as Andy being the owner of the toys, Woody being his favorite, the sheriff, the cowboy. On Andy's birthday, he receives Buzz Light as a gift. Now, Buzz Lightyear thinks he's a real space ranger on a mission to find his way home. Well, Woody tries to convince Buzz Lightyear that he is just a toy, that he is not a real space ranger. But no matter what he does, um, he cannot convince Buzz Lightyear that he is really a toy. Well, later on, Woody gets resentful of Buzz, especially when all the other toys want to be around Buzz. I think Buzz is cool because all his little buttons and all the adventures that he's been to, all the cool things that he can do. Later, Andy is going to go on a trip, and Woody wants to be the toy that Andy chooses to pick. So he decides that he is going to try to hide Buzz from Andy. But he accidentally knocks Buzz out of the window and is accused of murder by jealousy from all the other toys. Andy, looking for Buzz and not being able to find him, decides to take Woody with him on his trip. But Buzz is okay and somehow has found his way into the car where he confronts Woody. Him and Woody get into a fight, they fall out of the car, and they have to find their way home. This is where their friendship and adventure of Toy Story begins. Now, Toy Story was almost a knot. Disney wanted the film to appeal to both children and adults, and it asked for adults reference. So references were sent to other Disney writers, directors. Most of the references come back as being a mess. Disney put a halt to it. Disney said that it was a story filled with unhappy, mean characters that he has ever seen. Lancaster asked if he could come back and work with Pixar to change the characters to be more what Disney was looking for. Later on, Lancaster come back with Pixar. They changed Woody being more morbid, bossy to toys to being a more wise leader to the toys. And they changed Buzz Lightyear just slightly more safe for the audience to still telling you that Buzz Light still thinks he's a real life space ranger, still does not believe that he is really indeed a toy. Disney was concerned about Lancaster's thought on the music. Now Lancaster, he did not want this to be the original Disney movie. He did not want it to be a musical. Toy Story, he was a buddy movie. It was a punch in the arm, a roll in the dirt, a high five, I hate you. It was not an open emotion movie. So Lancaster and Disney come up with a compromise that the Disney characters would not break out into songs, but in the film, the songs over their actions would be sung. And this is where they come out with the movie You Got a Friend in Me. Toy Story was released November 22nd, 1995. And it came phenomenal. It was more than what they thought. They didn't expect it to be as big as it was. And since then, it has spawned into 2 sequels, Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3, where they come out with many more characters such as Jessie the Cowgirl, Bullseye, Stinky Pete, Miss Potato Head, and there's many more other characters. Toy Story and its sequels has inspired multiple attractions, theme parks in Disney World and Disneyland. Throughout the theme parks in Disney World and Disneyland, you will see the characters Buzz Lightyear, Jessie, and Woody throughout the park. So thank you to John Lancaster for his classic toys. We can all enjoy the Disney Toy Story trilogy to infinity and beyond.